What if the biggest thing holding you back in life is not your circumstances, not your past, and not other people, but the way you think? Most people spend years trying to change their lives. They try to change their job, their income, their relationships, their environment, but they ignore the one thing that shapes all of those areas: their mindset. Your thoughts are not just random noise in your head. They are powerful signals that influence how you see the world, how you act, and ultimately the results you create in your life. Every great transformation begins with a shift in thinking, and the most successful people in the world understand this simple truth. Your life moves in the direction of your strongest thoughts. Think about the way most people talk to themselves. I'm not good enough. I always fail. I'm too late. I'm not talented. When those thoughts repeat day after day, your brain slowly starts accepting them as facts. And once something becomes a belief, it begins shaping your behavior. You stop trying new things. You avoid challenges. You expect failure. And when failure happens, it feels like confirmation. But what if those thoughts were never true in the first place? What if they were just stories you learned somewhere along the way? The truth is that your brain is constantly searching for evidence to support whatever you believe. If you believe the world is full of opportunities, you will start noticing them everywhere. If you believe life is unfair and nothing works out for you, your brain will focus on every negative experience. This is why two people can go through the same situation and see completely different realities. One sees obstacles. The other sees possibilities. One gives up. The other keeps searching for solutions. The difference is not intelligence. The difference is mindset. But positive thinking does not mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. Real growth comes from something deeper: a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities are not fixed. You are not born with a limited amount of talent that determines your entire future. Instead, your abilities can improve through effort, learning, and persistence. Every skill can be developed. Every weakness can become stronger. Every mistake can become a lesson. People with a growth mindset see failure differently. They don't see it as proof that they are not capable. They see it as feedback, information, a signal that shows them where they can improve. Think about any successful person you admire: athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, scientists. None of them reach success without failing many times. Behind every achievement, there are countless mistakes, rejections, and moments of doubt. But the people who succeed are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to stop learning. They keep moving forward even when progress feels slow. Another powerful principle of personal growth is the power of small habits. Many people want their lives to change instantly. They want massive results in a short period of time. They set huge goals and expect dramatic transformation. But real change rarely works that way. Real change happens through small actions repeated consistently. Small habits might seem insignificant at first: reading 10 minutes a day, writing down your goals, exercising for 15 minutes, practicing a skill, learning something new. None of these actions feel life-changing in the moment, but over time they compound. Small improvements build momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence leads to bigger actions. And eventually those small daily choices create a completely different life. The truth is that success is rarely the result of one big decision. It is usually the result of hundreds of small decisions repeated every day. Another powerful tool that successful people use is visualization. Visualization means clearly imagining the future you want to create. Your brain responds strongly to images and emotions. When you imagine a goal vividly, your brain begins forming neural pathways connected to that experience. It starts preparing you mentally and emotionally for that future. This is why athletes often visualize their performance before competitions. They imagine the movements. They imagine the environment. They imagine the moment of success. By the time the real moment arrives, their mind has already practiced it many times. You can use the same technique in your own life. Take a moment and imagine the person you want to become. Where are you living? What kind of work are you doing? What kind of impact are you making? How do you feel about yourself? The clearer the vision becomes, the more powerful it is. Because when your mind knows where you want to go, your actions begin aligning with that direction. But there is one more important piece of the puzzle. Your environment. Your mindset is heavily influenced by the people you spend time with, the information you consume, and the habits you build every day. If you constantly surround yourself with negativity, doubt, and criticism, it becomes much harder to stay motivated. But when you surround yourself with people who are growing, learning, and pushing themselves to improve, their energy starts influencing you. The books you read matter. The videos you watch matter. The conversations you have matter. All of these things slowly shape the way you think, and the way you think shapes the life you create. If you want to start transforming your mindset today, begin with 3 simple steps. First, become aware of your thoughts. Notice how you speak to yourself during difficult moments. When a negative thought appears, pause for a moment. Ask yourself if that thought is truly helping you. If it is not, replace it with a more empowering belief. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I'm learning how to do this." Second, build one small positive habit. Do not try to change everything at once. Choose one simple action you can repeat every day. It might be reading, exercising, journaling, or practicing a skill. Consistency is far more powerful than intensity. And third, spend a few minutes each day visualizing your future. Picture the life you want to create. See it clearly in your mind. Feel the emotions connected to it. Let that vision guide your actions. Because the future you dream about is not created by luck. It is created by the thoughts you believe, the habits you practice, and the actions you repeat every day. Remember this, you do not have to transform your entire life overnight. You only need to start with one better thought, one better habit, one better decision today. And when you repeat those small improvements again and again, something powerful begins to happen. You slowly become a different person, stronger, more confident, more focused, more capable. Your mindset expands, your actions grow, and the life that once felt impossible slowly starts becoming reality. The most important step is the first one, and that step begins right now.